For many Star Wars fans, Order 66 was the one and only assault of the Jedi Order that resulted in a large-scale defeat. But there was a time long before the era of Skywalker and Sidious in which the Jedi were defeated and overthrown by the Sith, with few survivors lucky enough to escape to exile. This time, however, it was a terrifying Sith Lord known as Darth Nihilus who was behind it all. A man with such an unquenchable thirst for Force energy that he was said to have literally destroyed entire planets through the use of the rare dark side power known as Force Drain. So in this video, I will be covering the story of Darth Nihilus, Lord of Hunger, and how the ravaging pain that inflicted his body drove him to drain the life of anyone and anything he could get his hands on. Before fully embracing the dark side and becoming a Dark Lord of the Sith, Nihilus had been involved in the final battle of the Mandalorian Wars. A super weapon had been used to bring a swift end to the battle, killing almost everyone on and around the entire planet, including Nihilus's friends and family. Being one of the few survivors, Nihilus had sustained tremendous mental and physical pain, which caused him to crave Force energy. As he drained the life of another survivor, Nihilus experienced a brief moment of relief, before being overtaken by pain and suffering once more. Eventually, Nihilus would encounter a Sith Lord called Darth Traya, who offered to teach him to feed his endless hunger. At this time, the Sith rule of two had not yet been created, so Traya was able to take on two students at once, one of them of course being Nihilus, and the other a Sith Lord known as Darth Sion. The apprentices would grow very quickly, and one day they turned on Traya, with Sion defeating her in combat, and Nihilus draining her Force energy, severing her connection to the Force and sending her into exile, which would later prove to be a great mistake. But more on that in a moment. As Nihilus grew more powerful, his insatiable hunger remained as strong as ever. He continued to scour the galaxy for Force energy, draining it from person after person, until he and Sion began a purge which resulted in the near extinction of the Jedi. In one particular battle, Nihilus destroyed an entire planet, draining the Force energy from every Jedi and from the planet itself, outside of one woman, who he would save to train in the dark side of the Force. By this point, Nihilus had become so consumed by his hunger, and he had taken the Force energy of so many others that he was literally thought to have become a part of the Force itself. Or to be more accurate, he was considered a wound in the Force. When he reached that point, Nihilus was forced to call on the dark side to essentially transfer his essence to his mask and armor in order to stay alive. It was believed by many that Nihilus's physical body no longer existed at that time, that if one were to have removed his mask, they would see nothing but the inside of his hood, although nobody knew for sure, nor would they ever find out. After destroying the Jedi Order, Nihilus would continue to reach across entire star systems with the Force, draining Force energy from planet after planet. A short time after the Jedi Purge, however, Nihilus began to sense the presence of a female Jedi known as Sirik, who had been searching for any surviving Jedi with the help of none other than Darth Traya, who had now reclaimed her Jedi name, Kreia. When Nihilus's apprentice attempted to assassinate Sirik defeated her and convinced her to join the light and become a Jedi. As more time elapsed and Nihilus fell into the shadows, he was eventually tricked into returning by Kreia, who, while still in exile, lured Nihilus into a trap where he would meet his demise at the hands of his old apprentice and the Mandalorian army. It was here at the Battle of Talos that Darth Nihilus was destroyed once and for all, although his spirit continued to live on within his armor, and it was said that his soul could be contacted through the Sith holocron which he created on the Sith home world of Korriban. And that is the brief story of Darth Nihilus, Lord of Hunger, who had the power to consume entire planets through the dark side of the Force. This information, of course, is all Legends material, so take that for whatever it's worth to you, but I hope this video gave you guys some good insight into what the Sith Empire once looked like, and what the dark side of the Force did to Darth Nihilus himself, as his pain and suffering drove him to feed on the dark side of the Force right up until his bitter end. But that's going to wrap things up for this video, so let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments section below. Please remember to leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and may the Force be with you. Always.